Hello everyone and welcome to Insider Financial Talk Stocks. My name is Alex Carlson. I will be your host today, the editor-in-chief of InsiderFinancial.com, and in this video we will recap today's market action and discuss our game plan for tomorrow. But first up, to get our market moving reports on top small caps, click that link in the description or go to signup.insiderfinancial.com or sign up with your email on any of the pop-ups on InsiderFinancial.com. After you sign up with your email, you can then sign up with your mobile number. Mobile is the fastest way to get our reports, and it works for all numbers worldwide. Simply enter your country code first, followed by your number. For US and Canada, be 1 plus area code and number. Never begin the format with 0. It will not work. And after you sign up, you will get a welcome email, which includes a free copy of the Insider Financial Guide to Penny Stocks ebook. Our ebook, our email service, and our text messaging service are all free services from InsiderFinancial.com. We do not run any paid subscription service whatsoever, no Discord rooms or Telegram chat groups. And speaking of reports, we have a new report for subscribers on a low float Nasdaq Biotech trading under 50 cents a share. This stock looks to have bottomed and the chart looks primed for a major move. To get our full report, click that link in the description or go to signup.insiderfinancial.com or sign up with your email on any of the pop-ups on insiderfinancial.com. Well, guys, September has kicked off sort of with more of the same as August. Uncertainty continues as bond yields tick higher over inflation concerns, primarily as oil prices are rising. Crude oil prices climbed today as much as 2.7% to the highest since November after Saudi Arabia and Russia said they're extending their voluntary production cuts through the end of the year. Front-month NYMEX crude oil futures for October rose as much as $2.27 or about 2.7% to 88.02. Brent crude futures for October climbed as much as 208 or about 2.2% to 91.08 a barrel. In July, Saudi Arabia cut 1 million barrels a day or about 10% of its typical output. The country's reduction makes up more than a third of the total cuts made by OPEC and its allies since last year. Russia's voluntary cut is 300,000 barrels a day. Crude oil prices have climbed about 30% since mid-June on lower global supplies. This is pure geopolitics designed to hurt Biden and help Trump. Not getting into politics whether you like one or the other, but this is a simple fact. Biden is no friend of Putin or MBS, whereas they see Trump as someone they can work with and make deals. The US dollar is also climbing as investors buy dollars to lock in the higher yields that treasuries offer. This will eventually impact corporate profits for multinationals. My main concerns right now is the Russell Small Cap Index. This chart to me looks to be rolling over and wants to go lower. We got a multiple top here at the 199-200 level. We got up to 192. Today was a pullback, a 2.11% pullback in the IWM ETF. To me, this is bearish. This is not looking good. We got the 150-day moving average at 183.75. That area needs to hold or else we're going lower. So again, this is a concern that I have. And, the reason I'm talking about IWM is because we're primarily focused on small caps. So, it's been, with small caps, we've been hitting a lot of singles and doubles, no home runs. But, if the IWM starts going lower, it's going to get a lot harder to make money in small caps. So let's see how things play out. But from last night's video, there's a couple names I talked about. I talked about NVOS. Got the breakout that I was looking for. Closed at 29 cents, but was as high as 35 cents today. This was the breakout I was talking about. We got what I was looking for. The stock opened at 23.70, dipped down to just 22.55, and then rocketed all the way to 35 cents. Plenty of opportunities to make money. Congrats if you banked in NVOS. Fingermotion, FNGR. This continues to run on the back of the article on InsiderFinancial.com last week by a guest contributor, Mike Long. Short sellers finger FNGR cash burn rate to paint insolvency risk. There was a short and distort article by Simply Wall Street. This was a response to that article. I highly recommend anyone that is invested in FNGR to go and read this. It's on insiderfinancial.com. You can see for yourself, but the stock has been climbing off the $5 level since this article went to press. TIGR up another 5% today. This one's just been absolutely running off the $4. Had good earnings last week, keeps climbing, but the stock is getting toppy here. We got the pivot high of 579. We closed on the highs today, but again, we need to get above that 579 pivot high, or else the stock is going to pull back. So if I were you, none of this is financial advice, use a trailing stop. Tilray, TLWRY, I talked about this one last night. This was a failed breakout today. We got as high as 340, pulled back, closed at 309. I don't really like this close. Still green candle on the day, but looks suspect, so be careful. Use a trailing stop if you caught the move off of from under 240, so that's what I would be doing here. GSAT, been making higher lows. This is a longer term play that I've talked about. The billionaire former CEO of Qualcomm, he is the new CEO, and he is bringing his people with him. So that's very, very significant, and one of the reasons why I like GSAT for the longer term. And other stocks worth talking about. First up, VERB, VERB. Up 347%. Congrats if you caught this move today. Released a PR this morning, now launched groundbreaking TikTok integration. New strategic relationship expands U.S. addressable audience to more than 150 million. So this was a significant PR, and it really got the short scrambling, and we got the major short squeeze in VERB today. So congrats if you caught that move. And the stock ended at right near the highs. It was just an impressive move today. Congrats to all. Next up is CLRB. This is a chart breakout. They got PIPE financing announced up to approximately 103 million private placement financing. This is being done with healthcare institutional investors, expected to result in gross proceeds of up to 102.9 million, including an initial funding of 24.5 million, priced at the company's closing price on September 1st of $1.82 per share. So this is impressive. That was done right there at the closing price, and that is company now is well funded. Major breakout here, broke through these pivot highs. Certainly looks like this one wants to keep climbing, so keep this one on your radar, CLRB. Next up is FUBU, FUBO. Been talked about this one a lot on InsiderFinancial.com. This is a cord-cutting play with the dispute between Disney and Charter. More people are going to be cutting their cable. Disney took ESPN off of Charter. This is, again, who watches cable anymore? This stock can run. There's no resistance until $4. 16% of the float is short. I'd be putting this one on your radar screen. Can really keep climbing in FUBU. Next up is CXAI. This one has spike ability, AI play. Has resistance overhead right here, just above. We're looking about $7 and $8, and then you got a trend line there at $8.50. But this one here was $20 back in April. Pulled back here, looks to have bottomed. Again, this is a pure momentum play, so I think this one is certainly one that great trader. So again, I think this is a trade it, don't own it type play. In other words, it's great for day trading. Swing trading can hold overnight, but again, a lot of short sellers are in this one, and the stock has been trending down. So again, let's see if we can get some good trades out of CXAI this month. Next up is, what are we looking at here? Next up is UP, starting to break out. Almost 10% of the float is short. Broke through this trend line here at $2. Closed at $2.56. Nice price action. Let's see if they can keep the momentum going here. Almost 10% of the float is short in UP. Next up is IONQ, broke through this trend line resistance that I talked about last week, closed here on the highs. This one here looks to want new highs, closed at $18.97 today, up 8% on the day, but we got a new 52-week range of $3 to $20.14 right here, so it looks like this one's going to break through those and make new highs this week, so keep IONQ on your radar screen. This is a quantum computing play with 13% of the float short. Next up is AI. We got earnings tomorrow after the close. The consensus EPS estimate is for a loss of 17 cents a share, and the consensus revenue estimate is for 71.6 million in revenues. Over the last 2 years, AI has beaten EPS estimates 88% of the time and has beaten revenue estimates also 88% of the time. We're trading here, talked about this one, trend line. I talked about this trend line support here. We're also at another trend line resistance. We're building a lot of support here. If earnings are good, we're going to climb back and test that $40 level. So certainly going to be watching this one. NVIDIA is holding up here at 485. So again, as I've talked about this one, I say look to NVIDIA as to the overall direction of the AI plays. But AI has over 32% of the float short. So again, if earnings are better than expected, we can get a major short squeeze. So that's what I'm hoping for, and rooting for a major short squeeze in AI after earnings. Lastly is Gamestop. The company is set to report also after the bell as investors look for the initiatives further as the investors look for the company to further reduce costs. The company's forecast to post a loss in its second quarter. Consensus EPS estimates for a loss of 14 cents a share and a revenue estimate of 1.14 billion, which would be flat year over year. The company has been attempting various cost-cutting measures to improve its profitability while also trying to address slowing sales amidst competition from larger retailers. GameStop's core business of trading physical video games died out years ago, and while the company has tried to be innovative and diversified, short sellers are saying that it is not working. So there's still a big short position. Almost 20% of the float is short. In the first quarter, the company noted a 10.3% fall in revenue, while quarterly loss narrowed to 50.5 million from 157.9 million the previous year. GameStop also recently went through a slew of changes at its helm, with Matthew Furlong departing as CEO following first quarter results, and activist investor Ryan Cohen elected as executive chairman to oversee capital allocation and management. Its chief financial officer also resigned in July, and the company appointed Daniel Moore as its principal accounting officer and an interim principal financial officer. Over the last 2 years, GameStop has beaten EPS estimates 38% of the time and has beaten revenue estimates 63% of the time. Over the last three months, EPS estimates have seen 3 upward revisions and 0 downward. Revenue estimates have seen 1 upward revision and 2 downward. So we got major trendline support here at the $16. Trendline resistance is at 27. We got some moving averages here, but let's see what the earnings look like. So that's how GameStop and AI are going to trade on Thursday. And what we do here at InsiderFinancial.com is put stocks on your radar that have the potential for outsized moves. As I say repeatedly, there's always opportunities each day in the markets. The important thing is identifying which stocks to be in to grab that money. The key is trading green, not red. We are looking for those momentum plays that have catalysts. It's all about finding the momentum before it happens and riding that wave. That's what we do here at InsiderFinancial.com. And to get our small cap reports, we cover low floats, short squeezes, recent IPOs, biotech FDA plays, AI stocks, EV stocks, lithium stocks. Click that link in the description or go to signup.com www.insiderfinancial.com or sign up on any of the pop-ups on insiderfinancial.com. No spam, your info is never shared, unsubscribe anytime. You can even sign up just to see the level of research we do here at insiderfinancial.com and unsubscribe. But our main focus for Wednesday is our report on a Nasdaq Biotech low floater trading under 50 cents a share. The only way to get a report is to sign up with your email. We don't share our profiles on social media. For our full research report, click that link in the description or go to signup.insiderfinancial.com or sign up on any of the pop-ups on insiderfinancial.com. Finally, Insider Financial and I are not investment advisors. This video does not provide investment advice. Always do your research, make your own investment decisions, or consult with your nearest financial advisor. This video is not a solicitation or recommendation to buy, sell, or hold securities. This video is our opinion, is meant for informational and educational purposes only, and does not provide investment advice. Past performance is not indicative of future performance. Thanks for watching. Remember to smash that like button and hit the notification bell to be notified when a new video is uploaded. Have a great Wednesday, traders. Bye-bye.